My name is Paddy Dunning. I run the Temple Bar Music Centre, Grouse Lodge Recording Studios and the Sound Training Centre. Grouse Lodge is Ireland's first international residential recording studio. It caters to international acts, obviously Irish acts, but mostly international acts, who want to get away from the city they're living in and come to a place where everything is laid on for them so they can really pack a full day's recording and get their albums done. It's got a swimming pool, sauna, jacuzzi, kind of a health centre for the musicians to relax and unwind from the pressures of doing a 17-hour day. There's two studios. Studio 1 has a Neve console. It's state-of-the-art equipment. It's large enough to hold an orchestra. And Studio 2 would be, again, state-of-the-art equipment, but a smaller studio. It is hard to attract people to Westmeath, or to anywhere for that matter. You don't just put an advertisement in the NME or the Rolling Stone and expect them all to fly over. I had to get on a plane with my brochures and knock on doors of all the record companies in London, and basically it's been through word of mouth, one band telling another at a rock concert. Say if there's, for instance, Muse, when they were playing Glastonbury, told a whole load of other bands at Glastonbury. They did a recording, the food was great, the atmosphere was great, and they got a #1 album out of it. We've had Stereophonics, Manic Street Preachers, will.i.am, Michael Jackson, Bonnie Raitt, the Waterboys. There's been a whole host of big international artists. I started off in the music industry in a band, wanting to be, a rock star, and failed miserably. But it did lead me into an industry where I found was inspirational. It gave me freedom. We set up Temple Lane Studios in 1984. That was rehearsal studios. We had 22 rehearsal rooms in the 80s. It was a fantastic time. It was high unemployment. Nobody had a job, nobody had money, but everybody had a fiddle or a guitar. So they were great days. We then found out that there was a need for more recording studios. There was very few recording studios around the country. So we decided we'd set up recording studios, and so we set up what is now Sun Studios. Then we set up the Sound Training Centre, which was an educational college for people to get access into the industry without being a T-boy for 5 years in a recording studio. We've compressed a 1-year and a 2-year program in for guys that are interested in getting into the industry to actually do a City and Guilds accredited course. Nowadays you can set your own band up, you can set your own radio station up, you can set your own record label up, and it's no longer are the major record companies running the whole industry. Obviously there has to be a requirement for that business. So I've identified in the music industry basically niche markets, something that there wasn't there before, or there wasn't enough of. So for instance, rehearsal rooms, there was very few rehearsal rooms. Recording studios, the same thing. There was no school, so we set up a school. There was no residential recording studio, so we set up. So, we took big risks, but at the same time we had deep down in your heart, we knew that it was going to work if we put in money, hard work, enthusiasm, and attitude is really important. Nobody wants to come down to Grouse Lodge unless the staff are really good, unless you make them feel comfortable. So whatever business you're in, you have to have an attitude that's customer driven. The county enterprise boards around the country are all recognising that the small to medium businesses require a start-up assistance. So, for instance, for me, when I went down to Grouse Lodge, the county enterprise board helped me tremendously at a particular point where it was really hard to raise money from the banks for a recording studio in the back of nowhere. So, the county enterprise boards, the city enterprise boards, all of the authorities that do give out grants, they should be approached by people that have ideas. There's money there, they want to give it to people that are enthusiastic, have the right attitude, and that want to make a go out of it. Even if it fails, it doesn't matter. They want to see people trying to do their best in whatever industry it might be.